Endure discomfort, because discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is your training ground. Discomfort is the gate you must walk through if you want strength, discipline, and freedom. Most men spend their whole life running from discomfort. They run from cold, they run from hunger, they run from hard conversations, they run from boredom, they run from silence, they run from effort, they run from pressure, and they call it self-care. They call it protecting my peace. But what they are really doing is training themselves to be fragile. Every time you avoid discomfort, you are telling your nervous system a lie. You are telling it, this sensation is danger. So your body reacts like it is danger. You get anxious, restless, irritable, weak, and then you look for relief. Relief becomes your religion. Your phone becomes your pacifier. Food becomes your drug. Pleasure becomes your escape. Comfort becomes your prison. And you wonder why life feels meaningless. Of course it feels meaningless. Meaning is not found in comfort. Meaning is earned in struggle. A man who cannot endure discomfort cannot endure life, because life is discomfort. Life is weight. Life is resistance. Life is storms. And a man who only functions when conditions are perfect is not a man. He is a fragile creature living under a blanket. So I'm going to speak to you with clarity. You do not need a softer life. You need a stronger spine. You do not need the world to become easier. You need to become harder. Not cruel, hard, solid, resilient, unshakable. And that begins with one skill: enduring discomfort without breaking, without complaining, without escaping, without negotiating. Endure. Because endurance is the foundation of every masculine virtue you claim to respect. Discipline, courage, patience, self-control, calm under pressure, leadership. All of them are built on the same root: the ability to stay in discomfort and still execute. The modern world is designed to remove discomfort. Instant food, instant entertainment, instant pleasure, instant distraction, instant answers, and men are becoming instant gratification men. Men who cannot hold a thought, men who cannot finish a task, men who cannot sit in silence, men who cannot stay consistent for months, because they have never trained discomfort. They have trained escape, and escape always becomes addiction. So this is not a motivational video. This is a wake-up call. If you cannot endure discomfort, you will be owned. Owned by your moods, owned by your cravings, owned by other people's pressure, owned by fear, owned by comfort. And a man who is owned cannot lead. He cannot build. He cannot protect. He cannot leave a legacy worth inheriting. So today, you will learn the laws of endurance, not theory. Law, because law creates order, and order creates strength. Principle 1. Discomfort is a signal, not a command. Your body signals discomfort to get your attention. That does not mean you must obey it. A weak man treats every discomfort like an emergency. He panics, he escapes, he says, "I can't." A disciplined man treats discomfort like information. He notices it, he breathes, he stays, then he acts anyway. This is the difference between boys and men. Boys obey sensation, men obey code. Principle 2. Avoidance trains fear. Fear grows when you run. It shrinks when you face. Every time you avoid discomfort, you reinforce it. You teach your brain, this is dangerous. So the next time it appears, it feels even worse. That is how anxiety is built. Not always by trauma, sometimes by daily avoidance. The cure is exposure, not reckless, controlled, daily. You face small discomforts on purpose: cold showers, hard training, early wake-ups, silence, boredom. You face them until your nervous system learns the truth. This is uncomfortable, but I am safe. That truth is freedom. Principle 3. Comfort is not recovery. Comfort is often decay. Real recovery builds you. Sleep, clean food, mobility, rest with intention. But comfort as a lifestyle decays a man. It softens the body. It weakens the mind. It makes discipline feel painful. It makes effort feel extreme. So your goal is not to eliminate comfort entirely. Your goal is to earn comfort and control it. A warrior rests, but he does not live in rest. He uses rest as a tool, not as a home. Principle 4. Endurance is not genetics, it is training. Men love to say, "I'm not built for that." That is weakness talking. Endurance is built. Your nervous system adapts, your mind adapts, your body adapts, but it only adapts if you force adaptation. So if you want to become a man who can endure, you must practice enduring daily. Small discomforts, then bigger discomforts. Progressive overload, just like strength training. Principle 5. The moment you want to quit is the moment you should pay attention. That moment is the forge. When training burns, that is the forge. When studying feels boring, that is the forge. When work feels heavy, that is the forge. When you want to reach for the phone, that is the forge. The forge is not the easy part. The forge is the moment your mind tries to escape. And if you stay in that moment, you are training the exact muscle most men lack, the endurance muscle. That muscle is what separates strong men from talkers. Principle 6. Endure discomfort in the body to build endurance in the mind. Physical discomfort is honest training. It teaches you to breathe under strain. It teaches you to stay calm while your body screams. It teaches you that pain is not death. So if you want mental endurance, train physically. Run, ruck, lift, spar, sauna, cold, hard labor. Not because you love suffering, because you respect reality. Reality will demand endurance, so you prepare. Principle 7. Silence is a form of discomfort. Many men cannot sit in silence. They need noise, music, videos, podcasts, anything. Why? Because silence exposes their mind. Silence reveals anxiety. Silence reveals emptiness. Silence reveals regret. So they avoid it. And in avoiding it, they become weaker. A man who can sit in silence is powerful because he is not addicted to stimulation. He can think clearly. He can plan. He can reflect. He can pray. He can hear truth. Silence is a discipline. Endure it. Principle 8. Boredom is a test of manhood. Boredom is not a problem. Boredom is the space where mastery is built. You become competent by doing boring things repeatedly. Training basics, studying fundamentals, practicing a craft, doing the same work daily. Boredom is where men quit. That's why mastery is rare. Mastery belongs to men who can endure boring repetition. So stop running from boredom. Use it. When boredom hits, you say, "Good. This is where most men fail. I will not." Principle 9. Hunger teaches command. A man who cannot tolerate mild hunger will be a slave to food. He will snack constantly. He will crave constantly. His mood will swing. His energy will crash. He will be controlled. So practice hunger, not starvation. Discipline. Delay your first meal sometimes. Eat with structure. Say no to impulse eating. Hunger is discomfort. Endure it. Each time you endure hunger, you train self-control, and self-control is power. Principle 10. Cold is a teacher. Cold teaches you not to panic. Cold teaches you to breathe. Cold teaches you that discomfort does not mean danger. Cold exposes weak men immediately. They gasp, they curse, they flee. A disciplined man enters cold with calm breathing. Not because he is tough, because he is trained. Cold is a simple daily drill for endurance. A cold shower is a small war. Win it every morning. Principle 11. Endurance requires standards, not moods. If you rely on motivation, you will fail. Motivation is a mood. Moods are unstable. Standards are law. So you build standards. You train even when you don't feel like it. You work even when you don't feel like it. You sleep on time even when you want to scroll. You say no even when you crave. Standards remove negotiation. Negotiation is where weakness wins. Principle 12. You must learn to endure emotional discomfort without acting on it. Many men fail because they cannot sit with emotions. Anger, sadness, loneliness, stress. They immediately react. They lash out. They escape. They indulge. They numb. That is emotional weakness. Emotional strength is endurance. Feeling without being controlled. Feeling anger without acting stupid. Feeling loneliness without chasing validation. Feeling stress without reaching for poison. This is mastery, and it is built the same way as physical endurance. Practice, delay reaction, breathe, move, return to code. Principle 13. Hard conversations are discomfort that builds leadership. Most men avoid conflict. They avoid truth. They avoid setting boundaries. They avoid saying no. So their life becomes full of resentment. A man who can endure the discomfort of hard conversations becomes a leader, because leadership requires truth. Truth creates temporary discomfort, but long-term stability. So practice it, speak plainly, set boundaries, correct problems early. Do not let decay grow because you fear discomfort. Discomfort avoided becomes disaster later. Principle 14. Voluntary discomfort builds confidence. Confidence is not a feeling you talk yourself into. It is proof. And one of the strongest proofs you can give yourself is voluntary discomfort. When you choose hard things, you tell yourself, I am capable. When you avoid hard things, you tell yourself, I am fragile. The mind believes what you repeatedly do. So choose hard things. Let your actions build your identity. That identity becomes confidence. Principle 15. Endurance is the foundation of legacy. Legacy is written now, and it is written by what you endure. A man who endures hardship without breaking becomes a pillar. His family feels safe. His name becomes a shield. A man who cannot endure becomes unstable. Unstable men create unstable homes, and unstable homes create wounded children. So endurance is not personal only. It is generational. If you endure and become strong, you pass strength forward. If you avoid discomfort and become weak, you pass weakness forward. So, endure. Now, I will give you the practical code. This is how you build endurance without becoming reckless. You build a daily discomfort practice. Small, consistent, non-negotiable. 3 to 5 minutes of cold shower, a hard training session, a long walk with weight, silence for 10 minutes, no phone for the first hour, a controlled meal plan, one hard conversation you've been avoiding. Pick 2 or 3 of these and commit. Then you increase over time. Progressive overload. You do not need a dramatic transformation. You need daily pressure. Daily pressure builds steel. Next, you build a discomfort response protocol. When discomfort hits, you do the same steps every time. You name it. This is discomfort. You breathe slowly. You relax your face. You widen your posture. You act anyway. This trains your nervous system. It teaches it that you are in command. Then, you build structure around temptation. Remove triggers. Add friction. Don't rely on willpower. Build a fortress. Because willpower fails when you're tired. And you will be tired sometimes. Finally, you adopt a new definition of suffering. There are two kinds: chosen suffering and unchosen suffering. Chosen suffering is training. It makes you stronger. Unchosen suffering is life's storms. It can break you if you are unprepared. So you choose suffering now to reduce suffering later. This is wisdom. This is maturity. This is masculinity. Now listen to me carefully. The man you want to become is on the other side of discomfort. There is no path around it, no shortcut, no cheat code. If you avoid discomfort, you avoid growth. If you avoid growth, you stay small. And small men suffer more than strong men, because everything feels like too much. A strong man does not have an easier life. He has a larger capacity. So the same life that crushes weak men becomes manageable for him. That is the goal, not to remove life's weight, to become strong enough to carry it. So endure discomfort. Stop treating discomfort like an emergency. Stop treating boredom like a crisis. Stop treating hunger like danger. Stop treating silence like punishment. These are tools. These are teachers. These are drills. And the disciplined man uses drills to build armor. Endure discomfort, and you will notice something change. You will become calmer. Because you stop fearing sensation. You will become more focused. Because you stop fleeing boredom. You will become more disciplined. Because you stop negotiating with cravings. You will become more confident. Because you see proof daily. And your life will gain meaning. Because meaning is earned by facing resistance, not by escaping it. So tonight, when you are tempted to choose comfort, remember, comfort is not always evil, but comfort chosen when duty calls is weakness. Choose the hard thing. Do it quietly. Do it without drama. Just do it. Because a man who can endure discomfort becomes a man the world cannot break. And that is what you are here to become. That is the warrior's code.